Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Good Time Movie Reviews. I'm Wyatt. That's JP. Today, we're doing a fun little episode, as promised last week. We are doing our semi mid year movie review. It is August, so not quite halfway through the year, or not quite the halfway point. We're we have 4 months left, basically, 5 months, however you want
For
to put it.
movies, we're like halfway through because award season is heavily weighted in November and December. So in
There we
my
go.
head, at the end of summer, that's like halfway for movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That actually makes a lot of sense because it feels like January and February are just like dead months
They're
of.
dead. Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
out. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So we are gonna go through our top 10 movies of the year so far. We were talking a little bit beforehand. I have not seen as many movies as I thought this year. I'm probably
hmm
close to like 15 new releases. JP, you said you're around 32. So I think our lists are going to be fairly different, just because you're going to have more movies that I haven't seen on your list, which I'm excited to hear about. But I think there will be some overlap. So we'll only talk about like each movie once. So how it will work, if I have a movie early on my list that's later on JP's list, we'll talk about it once we both mention it, so we're not just rehashing the same material there. And then before we hop in, do you have any like honorable mentions you want to bring up, or just, I don't know, overall movies you saw this year? Maybe they weren't a 2025 release, something you just want to point out.
Yeah. Honorable mention. I'll have the Phoenician Scheme, the new Wes Anderson movie. That was in between 10 and 11. Wes Anderson is going through a midlife crisis right now, and it's kind of interesting. A lot of people don't like it. I kind of like it, but his style doesn't hit me emotionally as much as it does other people. So that's why it didn't make my top 10.
Okay, fair enough. The only honorable, again, the movies on my list are basically like the top. The movies that didn't make my list are movies I just did not like. Like towards the end of my
Yeah.
list are movies like I kind of like. So the only honorable mention I want to bring up, it was a movie I just recently watched. It's not a 2025 release. I think it was 2022, but I feel like no one has seen this movie. It's called Little Fish. I don't know if you've seen it.
Little fish.
Starring Jack O'Connell and I don't remember what's her name. Um you can help me out if you look it up.
Olivia Cook.
Yes, Olivia Cook. JP, this
I've
movie
never heard of this.
rocks.
All
This
right.
movie rocks so hard. Like I can't stop thinking about this movie. I watched with my roommates uh
Okay.
last week, and it, like, I haven't had a movie affect me like that in a long time. It really messed me up. It really did. I highly recommend it. So please, I highly recommend go watch Little Fish. Report back to me. Shoot me a message. I want to talk about this with people, but it's one of those movies. It just got lost in the sauce. I don't know how.
Yeah, it said 2020. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know how a movie, it's almost disheartening that a movie that I think is that good or just like that interesting can just be like lost. And
hmm
I don't know, it's never going to have its moment. So I want to put people on, go watch Little Fish. It's fantastic. I think I got put on by a random TikTok of one guy with like 20 followers being like, watch this movie. And I got influenced by him and it works. So I'm doing that. Hopefully, I can do
Yeah.
that to someone else. That'd
Some
be
of
nice.
those guys are good. Some of the movies on my list are from random
Yeah,
TikToks I found online. Yeah.
I love it. All right, let's hop into it. I will let you go first. Your number 10 movie of the year.
My number 10 is Thunderbolts. That is my number 10.
Okay, that's also on my list, so we can talk about that later.
All right.
My number 10, again, a movie that I have a lot of problems with.
hmm
I had high expectations for. It fell short of those expectations, but at the end of the day, still a decent movie. Mickey 17.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. We can
Well, on
talk
your
about
list
that.
at all? All right, let's
Nope,
talk about it.
it didn't make it, but yeah.
Again, I don't feel great about this movie being on my list, but comparatively to the other ones that could have been on this list, it's better than those. So
Yeah.
it kind of is here by default. We talked about it in our review of Mickey 17. It's just, I think it was a victim of expectations. It's the follow up to Parasite at this
Mhm.
point, and you just, I don't know. We talked a lot about how if the election was different, maybe it looks a little different, something like that.
I still think so, yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a movie that is okay. It doesn't. it's not gonna stick with me long term. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, as I was going through this. And yeah, I just think expectations hurt it a lot. And it's not a bad movie by any reason, but it's just
No, I
eh.
think it's worth the rewatch. I think it's worth a rewatch.
And a
Yeah.
fantastic performance by Robert
Oh,
Pattinson.
yeah.
So that
Yeah.
probably saves it from being a borderline bad movie.
I would
If
say
that
so.
does
I still like how cartoonishly evil and stupid, Mark Ruffalo's character
okay.
is. And there's one scene with him that is still I'm surprised they did it. But I think Robert Pattinson really makes the movie still recommendable. Yeah.
Okay. Like that. All right. What about number 9?
My number 9 is Materialists.
That's my number 9 too.
There you go. Okay.
Look at that. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I
So we
still
yeah.
I will still defend this movie. I think there's a lot wrong with it in terms of pacing, in terms of um the characters are doing interesting things, but they definitely feel like talking points in the argument the script is making and not like fleshed out human beings. Um but besides those two things, and there's one scene that I straight up would just cut out entirely. But besides those, I think it's beautifully shot. I think the actors are doing a great job. Uh, just visually, I think, blanking on the oh, Celine Song, yeah. I think Celine Song is great at directing actors, and, Chris Evans is trying again. Holy shit. He's gonna be in a new, Ethan Cohen movie this year as a corrupt evangelical pastor that's really horny. And I'm like,
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like he would do great at that. So
Yeah.
Chris Evans is back. Yeah, I think it's trying to do a lot of things. I admire that. Is it successful at the romance part? Not really, because you kind of know who she's gonna choose
Mhm.
at the very beginning. But
Yeah.
I still like it.
Yeah, I think people maybe wanted it to be something it wasn't. At the end of the day,
Well, it
it
was advertised as something it wasn't. That was the big
yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably it. I think this movie comes out in, like, the mid-2000s. It's just lumped in with some of those, like, romantic it's not quite a comedy, more romantic dramedy,
Hmm.
whatever you wanna call it, but I think it gets lumped in with those movies, and people don't have a problem with it. I just think
Yeah.
in the times we're at right now, people want maybe to say a little bit more. I don't know what people obviously it was advertised a certain way. So
Mhm.
people the public perception of it or reception of it was interesting to me and was almost like I just didn't expect it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a fine movie. And then people were mad about this movie.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that, but I enjoyed it. Good performances. Again, I hope to God it is not on my top 10 list at the end of the year.
It probably won't be. It probably
I,
won't be.
I
Yeah.
will be shocked if it is on my list at the end of the year. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I have materialist at 9 too. What do you have at number 8?
Number 8, so, like, 3 of these movies I watched in the past week. So this list is hot off the press.
Okay.
Number 8, I have Together, the Dave
Oh,
Franco, Alison Brie horror
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
I mean, I have not seen it, so I don't have it on my
Okay.
list. So we can talk about it, just maybe like no spoilers.
Yeah, so, this movie is under a really big, uh, like, plagiarism accusation. So
Hmm.
I went in already knowing the ending because of the court case explaining what happens at the ending. So that honestly did tarnish the viewing experience. If this court case didn't exist, which honestly I don't think it really should, I do think it's an example of just parallel thought because the other movie that is saying this one stole the idea from is like a sex comedy. It is not a horror movie at all. It's doing very different things, but with the same central premise. And I think this movie's definitely better. Out of what I've found online, this movie's probably much better, more well made. It had a higher budget, but some of the scares are really good. And I think Dave Franco is kind of the highlight of the movie. He plays the horror comedy really well. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think in terms of all the horror movies that have come out this summer, one is coming out this weekend that I know will be on my top 10.
It's
But
Weapons, right?
yes,
Yeah.
until Weapons comes out, Together is the horror movie of the summer.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. I mean, there's gonna be no horror on my list. That's just personal,
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
preference. I'm not. Which I figured you would have that covered. So it's like you have
Yeah.
that blind spot for me. I wasn't sure if you'd seen Weapons yet. I forget when it. So it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm probably seeing it Saturday.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah. I, I will maybe drag myself to the theater and force myself to watch it because it does seem like it's getting incredible
It
reviews and
looks
people enjoy it.
crazy. Yeah.
But I hope you know, like I will hate the viewing experience because
Mhm.
I don't like horror movies at all.
That's my
So
brother. My brother's like, "I'm going to go, and I'm gonna hate every minute of it, but
yeah,
I gotta go." Yeah.
yeah, no, maybe I'll do it for the people.
Mhm.
So my number 8 is we just talked about this 2 weeks ago. Superman. So
That's my number
uh,
7, so yeah, we could just talk
okay,
about that right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about it now. So Superman is has slowly like improved in my brain since I walked out
Mhm.
of theaters, and I have seen it twice now.
Okay,
Seeing it
yeah.
a second time, I liked it better, but I anticipated to like it even more on the second watch than I did. So it's still like hovering in this like pretty good, not great
Yeah.
area in my brain. Um, it's still messy. It still has a lot going on in the same sense that we talked about, like materialist. Sometimes it tries to do too much.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
but again, I just think it's a good Superman story. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
they did Superman right, and we'll talk about other superheroes. I'm sure that they did right as well. They they did Superman right, and it has me excited for what is to come for that. So
Yeah.
like it's a really hard position to be in where you're launching this new universe. Like that, like
Yeah.
launching a universe is an insane sentence to say, just period. But that is
Mhm.
what James Gunn is attempting to do with this movie. So for that, you have to give him a little bit benefit of the doubt. If it is a little messy, that's okay. So Superman's still a fun time at the movies. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it's very bold in what, um, it's saying in the movie. I think it's very bold. So I do wanna give credit to James Gunn to be
Mhm.
like, "Look, we're not gonna play this safe. We're gonna go all the way." Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So that's your number 7?
Yep.
All right, so easy follow-up for me then. My number 7 is Fantastic Four. So these 2 are very
Oh,
similar in
okay.
my brain.
Okay.
Is it on your list?
No, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
no. I put I like Mickey 17 over Fantastic Four
Really?
because Mickey 17 is trying to say something. Fantastic Four is really safe.
Okay,
It
yeah.
is it is like a commercial product, a very well made, very polished, very entertaining commercial product.
Mhm.
But it's like it shows you this trolley problem and then it chickens out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we talked about this recently, so you guys can go watch our Fantastic Four review, but I liked it slightly better than Superman, and that is probably coming from just an inherent bias. I like the characters better. I like the Fantastic Four. So like I said with
Mhm.
Superman, they did Superman right. They did Fantastic Four right. They got
I
those
think they did.
characters
Yeah.
right. And I just like Fantastic Four better than Superman as characters. So
Mhm.
that's probably why I have it slightly above. And like we talked about, it doesn't take a lot of risks. It's pretty safe. I would love to see some of the stuff that's on the cutting room floor, but
Yeah. Yeah.
is what it is. We got the movie. They
Yeah.
again, like yeah, they chickened out a little bit, but from what we did see, I enjoyed.
It's a very easy watch. It's a very easy movie to go to. I think it's under 2 hours, maybe just above 2
Mhm.
hours. So yeah, like date movie, great date movie,
Yeah.
great date movie. Yeah.
All right. What do you have at number 6?
Number 6, I have a movie that no one knows about. This is one of the ones I saw on like a TikTok or something called The Assessment. It
Yes.
has it's like a directorial debut, I think. Has Elizabeth Olsen,
Shut.
Himesh Patel, and Alicia Vikander. Great cast.
Elizabeth Olsen's like my dream girl.
Mhm. Great cast, and it's about a couple in, like, this sci-fi dystopian movie where they wanna have a kid, so they have to have this government assessor show up at their house and watch them for 7 days to see if they're fit to have a child. And the assessor goes above and beyond, kind of crosses the line, but maybe it's still legal kind of thing with this like sci-fi dystopian government. So it's a very interesting premise. I think the ending is a little long. That's my only asterisk. Every single movie on this list pretty much has an asterisk,
Mhm.
because we're still early in the year. But I think the assessment is a very it's a mindfuck movie. It's a
Hell
mindfuck
yeah.
movie. You're like,
Hell
oh
yeah.
my god, how can this get any worse? And then it gets worse. And it's on Hulu. So yeah,
Okay. That might be my weekend watching.
yeah,
I might I love Lizzie Olsen. I
yeah.
love her so much. So, I didn't even know that movie existed, so thank
It
you for that.
premiered it premiered at a film fest in 2024, but its like wide release
Mhm.
was in 2025. So
Yeah, but that always gets interesting for me with, like, streaming and stuff, like,
yeah,
when a movie actually came out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. My number 6 is movie we saw together, Warfare.
Oh wow, okay. That's your number 6. That's my number 2.
Okay, alright, so we'll
Yeah,
talk about that when we get there.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so, yeah, we'll talk about Warfare in a second. What's number 5 for you? Actually, before we do 5, I wanted
yeah.
to go through some movies as with the halfway point, some movies that
Yes.
are coming out this year that maybe we're excited about that could be on my list coming up. Um, so these are a list of movies that I think may be in my top 10 by the end of the year when you do this back in or up in
Mm,
December.
yeah.
So you're gonna hate this, but Wicked 2. I'm a Wicked. Wicked's yeah. Wicked's gonna be on my list. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
Wicked will be
Yeah.
in my top 10. Sentimental Value looks really good. The one with
Okay.
Scars, one of the Scars guards. Always forget their first names.
Yeah.
Looks really solid. Running Man, Edgar Wright, Glenn Powell.
That looks fun.
I
Yeah.
love Edgar Wright, probably like one of my favorite directors, if not my favorite. So I think that'll be there. Twinless with Dylan O'Brien.
I saw that trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looks interesting. I'm hesitant to put the Smashing Machine on here just because The Rock scares
If
me.
it's even a fraction as good as Iron Claw, I think it'll be on my top 10.
Come.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other two, After the Hunt with Luca Guadagnino's new movie, Julia Roberts,
Oh
Andrew
yeah,
Garfield.
he's killing it right now making movies. My goodness.
Yeah, and then just released a trailer yesterday. This may end up being one of my favorites of the year. I hope. Jay Kelly with Noah Baumbach's new movie, George Clooney, Adam Sandler.
Oh,
You haven't
Adam
heard of
Sandler. Really?
Yeah, Adam Sandler is like a supporting actor. I'm very excited about this movie. I think it's gonna be
Okay.
very, very good. So,
Yeah. I think there are a lot of like medium range but like high prestige people behind the camera movies this year.
mhm.
Like we got a PTA movie, One Battle After Another. We got a Guillermo del Toro movie with Frankenstein.
Yeah,
We've got a new Benoit Blanc Knives Out movie coming out with Ryan
yeah.
Johnson. We got there's a Spike Lee movie coming out, Highest to Lowest. I watched the trailer. Horrible trailer. I hope it's a good movie. Um, I tried to go see Eddington. Someone pulled the fire alarm in the theater, so I missed
Shut
it.
up.
Yeah. There was like a summer camp there. Some kid pulled
Oh,
it. Um, Die My Love, I think premiered at Cannes or Sundance. People are loving it. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson. Um,
Begonia,
yeah. Oh,
what's his face?
Begonia. Yeah. Is that a
Yorgos.
Yorgos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Um,
looks interesting.
I did not like Kinds of Kindness, but yes, I'll probably go see Begonia.
Mhm.
And then just Kelly Reichardt, The Mastermind. Yep, that's coming out. And then my like film snob one is It Was Just an Accident by Jafar Panahi. Probably said
Yeah.
that wrong. But that's people are gonna say, and I think they said this last year for another movie. Oh, this one's gonna win international feature for Oscar. Hopefully it does. Because Seed of the Sacred Fig and All We Imagine Is Light were the two front runners for international last year, and I think both of them were not nominated for Oscars because the international rules for foreign language feature film Oscar is stupid sometimes. Like the country has to submit it. So if you're an Iranian filmmaker that's like making a protest movie,
Yeah,
Iran's not going to submit that shit. So you need like another country to like sponsor you or something. I don't know. It's dumb.
interesting.
Yeah,
So,
like
and
India doesn't send shit either because they don't care about the Oscars as they should. Like
yeah,
India makes more movies than we do. Why do they care about us? So it's a weird rule. I don't like it.
that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What won international feature last year? Was it
Uh,
the I'm Still Here?
yes,
Okay,
yes. Which
I still
also was
haven't.
very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
I haven't seen that. I almost watched that on my flight this past weekend, but you know what I ended up watching for the first time?
What?
Uh, oh shoot, what's the name of it? Citizen Kane.
Did you watch that on a plane?
I watched it on a plane. The most
Actually, not a
absurd.
bad plane movie. I'll
It
give
was
you that.
kind of awesome, but I was like, the idea of watching this black and white movie from like the 1930s on a plane, like miles in the sky, was just really funny to me. Like I was just chuckling to myself, like, imagine the filmmaker thinking that this is going to happen when I'm be watching this on a plane on my way
Yeah,
back from California. Like
yeah.
that's so absurd, but I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. It
That's
was
actually
fun.
probably a really good plane movie. Yeah.
Had a great time, and it made everyone around me like they're like, "Oh, who's this guy watching Citizen
Yeah,
Kane?"
they're like this man.
Yeah,
He's intelligent.
yeah, like this guy knows ball. Ripping Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
All right, top five. What's number five of the year so far?
My number 5 is everyone is loving this movie online, and I am on the train. K-pop Demon Hunters. It's the new
Wow.
Sony animated movie on Netflix. It is a crime that they did not put this in theaters. It's so stupid that they dropped it on Netflix. I know the only reason people are fangirling about this movie is because it's on Netflix. But son of a bitch, this movie's great. It should
Damn.
have been in theaters.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
not on my list. I have not seen it, so maybe I'll
I
check it out now.
I don't even listen to K-pop. I don't know anything about K-pop. This movie is so good. And
Wow.
all the songs are good. Not one of them is bad. It's insane.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Add it to my list. Number five for me is a movie that I did watch on the plane a couple weeks ago. That it kind of just flew under my radar. We talked about it was a weird, like I think February release where it was just kind of flew under the radar. But I had a really good time with this movie, so I might be recency bias and putting this too high. But it's Companion, Jack Quaid, and
Oh, you watched it.
I
Oh,
finally
excellent.
watched it. Yeah,
That's my
no,
number
I
3. That's my number
okay.
3.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
talk about it then. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Wasn't sure if it was gonna be on your list.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Yeah, I
thought you were
really,
about to
I
say I thought you were about to say Hard Eyes, which I
uh-uh.
actually feel bad that it's not on the top 10 for me. Hard Eyes is a better rom-com than Materialists.
Okay.
Like in terms of 2025 rom-com, Hard Eyes on Netflix, really funny.
No, but I enjoyed Companion. We can talk about it when it
Yes.
comes up on your list.
Yep.
What do you got at number four?
Number 4 is another movie that I got from a TikTok recommendation, and it's really good. Watched it last night. It's called Night Call, and I'm gonna be honest. Most of the reason why I watched it was because it has the coolest fucking poster of the year.
Oh hell yeah.
As badass. Sometimes the poster is all you need. Um, it's from Belgium. They're speaking French, um, but they're in Brussels, wherever that city is. So it's you're gonna have to watch subtitles, but it's like a one night crime thriller that takes place during a Black Lives Matter protest in Brussels. So the
Interesting.
characters are running around the city when like other shit is going down. So it's really, really good.
All right. Like, I
Yeah.
love this because it just gives me more movies to watch. My number four is a movie that I don't think is on your list because I think we agreed not even a little bit on this movie, but it's 28 years later.
Yeah, not even close. Did not make my
Yep.
list. No.
I figured I for some reason this movie stuck with me and I enjoyed it a lot and I know you have your problems with it. I do too. But for some reason it just connected with me and I had a great time with it. And people want to shit on the ending all they want. It which is every time someone has watched this movie and they talk to me about it, they don't even talk about the movie. They talk about the last 2 minutes, which again we agreed probably could have been an end credit scene, and
That it
then
should have been. Yeah.
no one has a problem with it. And but
Yep.
people are using that as an excuse to hate this movie, which I will disavow. The rest of the movie kind of rocks. It works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. But I'm gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah, I watched some podcasts of guys I follow, and one of the guys like was shitting on 28 Years Later for about 10 solid minutes. I never felt more vindicated. I was like, everything he says, I agree with. Yeah,
Which is fine. I had a great time with it.
it's fine. Yep.
All right, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Companion.
Okay, that's right. All right.
So,
Yeah,
yep.
dude, I love this movie. I had a great time with it. It was very
Yeah.
fun. Just a quick watch, and
Yeah.
it's very compact and
Yeah.
paced well, and yeah, just an overall fun time.
If anyone has seen the trailer, it looks like it spoils everything in the movie. It doesn't. That's like the halfway point. That big
Mhm.
reveal in the trailer is the halfway point.
Yeah.
So, I would highly recommend going in completely blind because there are several reveals in the movie that make it a really fun watch. And I think Jack Quaid is a great actor. He is a nepo baby, but I think he actually has put in work. um, and Sophie Thatcher, I think, is the next like big actress. She's like this close to blowing up.
She was
Um,
like one big role to like
yes, there
put
there are
her.
like fan edits of her on Instagram and TikTok. So like she's this close. She has a support base.
Mhm.
I'm part of it. Uh, and I think, well, technically she was in. She's like a robot girl in Boba Fett, apparently. She's in Yellow Jackets. She's in this. She's in a lot of stuff. I think just one more big hit and then she's solid. She's ready to
Mhm.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta feel. I wonder if like if you're in her position, do you feel that? Do you feel like, oh, I'm close, and then does that impact that next role? Like,
It
is
might.
she not? I wonder if she's like in her head, she's probably maybe turning down like a small indie film. It's like, hey, I'm close to like reaching that next level of whatever that looks like in terms of
I
because
mean,
again,
Companion was small.
yeah,
Companion was small. Um, that's the level. Like she's still saying yes to good projects, but she's still on Yellow Jackets, and that show has tanked so bad in the past like 2 seasons, and I think they still have 2 more to go. Like her schedule is still crowded, but
hmm
it's not helping her get higher. Um, and she's like kind of the best part of that show. She's really good in it.
really, I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. I was thinking about this similarly to Mikey Madison right now. So she's been
Yeah.
like rumored a lot in a lot of things, and she's turned a few things down where like she's getting these big opportunities because she's coming off an Oscar win,
Right.
which I can't imagine like the pressure of that because she is so young and like she
Yeah.
hasn't been in so much where it feels like this next choice she makes is a huge one for her.
Like she said no to a Star Wars movie, and I think that
Yeah.
was really smart.
Yeah. And then so
Yeah.
right now she's being rumored, I don't know if you saw this, and I wanna talk about this movie a little bit because I'm worried. The Social Network too.
That movie's gonna suck.
Yeah,
It's gonna be bad.
I hate I think it could potentially work if it's not called The Social Network 2. Just
No, I
make
mean,
a different movie. Just
If Aaron Sorkin is directing, it's going to be bad. Like I'm not even kidding.
yeah.
Like I think he did Molly's Game, which is fine. He did Trial of the Chicago 7. I hate that movie. And then he did a third one that like people don't talk about. He's a great writer. He cannot direct. And the fact that David Fincher is not on board, no, this movie's going to be bad.
And as soon as Jesse Eisenberg says no, scrap this being a sequel. Don't call it Social Network
Yeah.
2. Just if you want to make a Facebook movie about a different story of Facebook, make a Facebook movie about that. But
Yeah.
tying it to the Social Network, which I believe is literally a perfect movie. I think is a 100 out of 100 perfect movie. I have it's you can't
But
see it. That's
That's
social network.
why they're tying it to it, because
Yeah,
money, because box office, because
but
marketing buzz.
it's
Yeah.
there's no way that movie works. There's
No,
no way.
no,
So,
absolutely not.
like, I think you have to sacrifice that and be like, either we're gonna make a movie that will put butts in seats because it's Social Network 2, and people are gonna hate it, or try something different that potentially has an angle of being interesting.
Mm.
Because Jeremy Strong's potentially tied to like
That's
being
that's the
Zuckerberg.
one name that feels interesting.
Yeah.
I think he could do a good job if everything around him is worth the effort for him.
Mhm.
Like, if he's trying way too hard compared to everybody else, it'll be kind of embarrassing for him. But
Yeah.
if other people are kind of meeting his level, yeah, it'll be worth it. But
That's
I think the directing, mm-mm, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I'm so conflicted about this for so because there are high profile actors who I think wouldn't sign on. Like Jeremy Allen White is rumored to be involved. Mikey Madison, who we just mentioned, and Jeremy Strong. Like I kind of trust those people individually, but like the
Yeah, but
project itself, I don't have any trust in.
I don't trust them in terms of creative control because I don't think they will have creative control.
Yeah,
They'll be able to yell at each other in front of the camera, but if the words suck and the camera's in the wrong spot and the editing's bad and the music sucks and the lighting is wrong, then who gives a shit? Like
yeah.
it's that.
I just wonder what that pitch is. Like, what's the pitch for? "Hey, this is what it's going to look like. Fincher's not involved. Zuckerberg's not involved. Like, how do you pitch that movie to someone and then like actors like that are interested? So it makes me think there's like a little bit of something there. I just don't know what it is, and I don't have a lot of faith in it. But we will have time to talk
Yeah.
about later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where were we? Number we just talked about
We talked about Companion at number
as your
3.
number three.
Yeah.
Okay, my number three of the year is Thunderbolts, which was a later.
Okay.
I rewatched this on my flight. I had a couple flights this past weekend, so I rewatched it.
Wow.
I really enjoy this movie. It felt rewatchable as like
Mhm.
kind of it's a darker subject matter for a Marvel
Yeah.
movie. It's not as
Yeah.
like comedic jokey. It has its funny moments. Um but there's just like a lot of intent behind this movie. It has a clear vision of what it wants to be, and I like the message that it is attempting to portray. I think it does a good job of doing that. And I think it's good performances. It's characters that we know individually that probably shouldn't work together. They do in some capacity. I think maybe they work more than better than some people think they work together. I think they all kind of mesh well. I really enjoyed this movie. I had a fun, it's a
Yeah.
fun time. It doesn't do too much. It's a pretty contained story. Um, yeah,
It's
I just think it
contained
works.
and it's scrappy. I like how scrappy it
Mhm.
is. And that
Yeah,
darker edge to it. I do
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
No, I think it looks great. The void's done well.
Yeah,
Um,
visually it's up there. I think
uh,
Fantastic Four visually is up there as well. So they are getting better at
yeah,
putting stuff on the screen. But yeah, I think there's a lot of emotion to this movie that
mhm,
is missing in a lot of MCU movies. A lot
yeah.
of them.
Yeah, you can feel it, and, like, those are the type of stories and movies that I am usually attracted to, so
Yeah.
that's why I think it's so high on my list.
Yeah. Was that
Alright,
was your number 3?
that was my number 3.
Okay, so my number 2 is Warfare.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait. Oh, you're so that means one of my top 2 is not in your top 10.
I guess so. Yeah.
I know which one it is, and I'm very interested to talk about it.
Okay.
Interesting. But let's talk about
So,
Warfare first. So we saw this together a
yes.
couple months ago. Where does it sit in your brain now?
Um, I mean, I know it's not gonna win the Oscar for best sound, but it should. The sound design is like the peak of this movie. It is insane. I also think, again, when it came out, we were like confused why people were calling it propaganda. I'm still on that train. This is not military propaganda. It it kind of rides the line, especially with the end credits showing the veterans teach the actors all the behind the scenes stuff is very like, isn't this cool? We did this for real. Can kind of be seen as that, but I think showing the U.S. military during this conflict being frat boys in the desert not knowing what the fuck they're there for or what they're doing is not propaganda. I
Yep.
think it's very well told. I think it's very honest. I think it gets away with little things that I'm surprised they were allowed to say. I don't actually know. I'm sure the military helped fund this. I mean, that's I'm sure they did. Um, the military helps fund a lot of movies, especially the MCU, by the way. So if the military did offer up equipment and stuff for this movie, I'm surprised there were things said in this movie and things happened. Um, I'm surprised they got away with it.
Yep. This movie, we talk about movies being rewatchable. I almost don't want to rewatch this movie because I feel like
Yeah,
the setting in which I rewatch it won't be enough to like replicate seeing it in theaters.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
talk about, the sound
yeah,
is like a main character of that movie. And so I feel like watching it at home is not going to have that same effect, which I'm almost like scared to show people because I'm like, oh, you won't get the full experience of what
yeah,
this was like.
yeah,
And I don't know. So if you have a good at home stereo system, let me know. I'll come watch it at your place. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah, no, I really enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would. I didn't have a lot of expectations going in, and it's yeah, I think in terms of this list, I think of movies that kind of just stick with me, that I find myself
yeah.
revisiting in my head and thinking about more. We talked about it when we did our review. This cast down the road is going to
Oh my
be
gosh. Yeah,
insane to look back at, that they were all in the same movie.
yeah.
So that'll be cool. Yeah, just really enjoyed this movie. All right,
All right.
so
What's your
then
number two?
my number two, I'm kind of shocked it's not in your top 10 is Black Bag. I
Oh
really like
yeah,
this movie.
I know. For some reason, it didn't. I need to rewatch Black Bag.
Okay.
It's not in my top 10. You're right.
Okay.
Um,
A lot of it comes down to when and where and the circumstances in which I watched this movie. I saw it early morning, like at 10 a.m., and it
yeah,
was like a nice little brunch. Like I felt like I didn't have a mimosa, but I felt like I should have. And just like sit back and watch a little spy thriller, like a sexy little
yeah,
watch the spies figure it out. And it's quick, 90 minutes. And
yeah,
yeah, it's like a movie that just there's no lulls, and you just sit there and sit back, kick your feet up, and enjoy going to the movies. And
yeah.
it
Again,
was a unique
great,
experience.
great date movie. There have
Yeah,
actually been some pretty good date movies this year. Materialist, not one of them.
which is wild. Yeah,
I saw couples at my theater for Materialist and they were not happy. It was again, marketing is kind of everything. But yeah, Black Bag. I think my problem with how I like rank movies is if the movie is small, like The Assessment or Black Bag um
companion.
or Companion, yeah.
Yeah.
It's if it does everything it needs to be and it is what it wants to be, that's like for some reason mentally I have a ceiling
Okay.
versus like a big movie. So Black Bag, I still have like weird qualms with it. So it's like way lower than say a big movie I have weird qualms with. Like Superman. I think Black Bag
Yeah.
is a way better made, better executed story than Superman, but Superman's doing bigger shit.
Yeah.
So it gets rewarded. That's a mental block in my head.
Yeah.
I do I will rewatch Black Bag eventually. I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I have the opposite effect in my head when it comes to rating movies. I think I give more benefit of the doubt for those smaller, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I'm willing to overlook more for that. I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know
Mhm.
if like define what you mean by smaller and bigger, because it's not just like budget, right? You're not
It kind
thinking,
of is budget,
is
more
it?
scope.
Okay.
So if it's a one location movie with like three actors, like The Assessment,
Like
um,
grounded movie, something like that. It's more
not even grounded movie,
okay.
just like it's just about scope.
Okay.
Uh, how many different locations do we see? Uh, is it just people talking, or do things really happen? Like how many twists are there? How is it shot? Like um like 10 Cloverfield Lane is like a perfect example of this. Three people in a bunker, they think the world has ended above them. That movie is like a 10 out of 10 movie until the ending. The ending sucks. Because it has to be a Cloverfield movie. They had to tie it into the franchise. But until that point, it is like jaw-dropping, like nail-biting entertainment. It is so thrilling and so tense, and it's really hard to do that on any movie. So you're
Mhm.
right, because it's small scale, because they could afford to just have these 3 actors scheme behind their each other's backs in a very tight space, it's much it's a much better spectacle than, say, the ending of the movie where it gets real, uh, blockbuster real quick. Um, that's a good example of, like, scope and budget,
Okay.
how that affects your experience. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think I would be the opposite where if the smaller scope, if they can make if you're successful in that smaller scope, I think
Mhm.
I boost you up more because I'm like, oh, like I feel like that's maybe harder to pull off in my brain, but it's because I'm not
Yeah.
as caught up in the technical aspect of movies. That's just like not how my brain works.
Yeah.
I'm more in the dialogue. Like if you can make two people in a room talking to each other, engaging, I'm very impressed by that. And like I am very dialogue heavy and just like emotionally driven when it comes to movies. So I think I'm willing to like overlook a lot
Yeah.
for movies like that and boost them up more. But
I just think Black Bag is cute.
yeah,
And every time I'm like, "That movie's cute," for me, that's like a 6 or a low 7. You
see a
have to,
cute,
like, be
yeah.
daring for me to be like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." Yeah.
See, a cute movie for me that I mean that in like the most positive way possible. I'm like that's
Oh,
like an
okay.
8 or a 9.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I describe a movie as cute, I loved it.
Yeah. Because like, I think people would call Companion cute,
Yeah.
but in my head, I thought I knew all the reveals going in because of the trailer, and then, like, there kept being more and more reveals. There are several different twists throughout the whole thing
Mhm.
that, like, really kept me on the edge of my seat. I'm like, "Anything can happen in this movie."
Yeah.
That's why it's so high up for me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Both of our number ones, I put my life on it. I know what this is for both
Yeah,
of us.
it's Sinners, right?
Let's talk.
Yeah.
It better
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some issues if it's not. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Sinners. It came out 4 months ago, five maybe. Was it March?
Uh, I think it was
March or
March. Yeah.
March, right? Which is
Yeah.
wild. I mean, this movie seems to have legs. I wasn't sure how long it would be able to stand up and just like culturally, people still
Yeah.
praise this movie. Every time it comes up, people are still like, yeah, by the way, that's like my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
Anytime I see someone listing movies of the year, Sinners is always at the top.
Yeah.
I just like
Yeah.
I at this point I wonder like can that carry itself all the way to award season at this point?
I think so because it feels like an underdog. So like last year, last year or 2 years ago, I don't know. Whenever Dune Part 2 came out, it came out in March.
Mhm.
I think this was last year.
Yeah, it was
Dune
last
Part
year.
2 came out in March. And so people were excited about it, but because it was such a big movie, because it was such like a blockbuster, Denis
Mhm.
Villeneuve, oh, this is a masterpiece. I think people expected it to live on, so they're like, "Okay, cool. Doom Part 2, great. Let's move on and see all the other movies." And so it didn't have life during award season because everyone's like, "Oh, that came out this year?" I think Sinners is the exact opposite. I think it's a very clunky movie in terms of pacing. I think, my buddy saw it, he did not like it because he's a big vampire guy. The vampire movie's only the middle like, the middle 90 minutes, if that. Like, if you are going in this movie is now, I would say, overhyped. People call it the best thing since sliced bread, so then you watch it on HBO Max by yourself in your own room, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
It had to be I saw it in IMAX with 400 people. That's why I'm fighting to the death for this movie. It's all about, like, the viewing experience. You kinda have to watch it with a lot of people, and you have to watch it on a big screen. And I think it feels like an underdog. So people will defend it, people will talk about it all the way to award season. So yes, I think it has a chance at being nominated for Best Picture because it has that underdog edginess to it. It's not a perfect movie. There are characters that like pop up out of nowhere, like not characters, but like extras, just so they could be eaten by vampires. And the pacing is a little clunky, and the ending feels tacked on. But other than that, like I've literally listened to 40-minute long YouTube videos explaining how this vampire works as a cultural parasite and how that relates to like stuff happening today. And it's really well done. The metaphor, the allegory, the characters, the texture of the world shooting on film kind of helped that. The music is fucking fantastic.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm gonna still bitch that the ending is a post-credit scene. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I'll defend this movie to the death. Yeah.
It does feel like it has found a sweet spot in between, like there's always like a separation of like the film world cinephiles who are like almost like highbrow,
Yeah.
almost like they look down upon some of the like the casual audiences. I feel like the Sinners found a sweet spot of
Yeah.
casual audience really enjoyed this movie, and like the film nerds of the world really enjoyed this movie, and they
Yeah.
can talk about it. Like there's that middle ground, which feels rare because it feels like even like
Mhm.
movies like Anora won Best Picture last year. A lot of casual audiences aren't screaming, crying, coming
No.
out of the movies saying like that
No.
was the best movie I've ever seen.
No.
I really enjoyed it.
It's hard to recommend to people too.
Yes,
Very
yes,
hard to recommend that movie. Yeah.
yeah. Sinners is one of those movies where I'm like, go see it. Which
Yeah.
I will say, the one person I have recommended this to is one of my assistant coaches who is a little bit older than me. Um, and I didn't really give him insight on what he was walking into.
Oh,
Took,
okay, yeah.
took his wife, and then he did not have a great experience because he was like, "Dude, it's a vampire movie. What the hell? Was not expecting that." So
Yeah.
I didn't do a great job recommending that one. So I'm a little not butthurt about that, but hesitant to recommend now
Mhm.
because I have to know my audience a little bit better. But
Yeah.
it does feel like a recommended or recommendable movie compared to maybe past like best picture contenders.
Yeah. 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 But
Very
it's
interesting.
also weird because if you're like, "Oh, it's a vampire movie," first 40 minutes, it is not a vampire movie.
Yeah, I don't know how to
It's a
like explain.
very interesting movie. It kinda breaks the mold in a lot of different ways,
Hmm.
in ways that I think are admirable. I think is it's very well done, very different, unorthodox. But in terms of, like, pitching it to people, it's kinda hard. Yeah.
Hmm. So, kind of last question with Sinners, we both agree right now is our number one movie of 2025. Can it win? Can it win Best Picture?
I think I think they're gonna pull a Wicked from last year. I think it'll be nominated for Best Picture so that people watch the Oscars, and then they're gonna give it to some other movie.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
it'll be, because again, I say Sinners will be remembered in award season. There's a shit ton of movies coming out.
Hmm.
Like, especially awards buzz, Oscar bait movies coming out. We don't have a stupid Amelia Perez this year yet. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I think it might get drowned out in terms of actual awards. It'll win music. It will win one Oscar. It will win
Okay.
score. Um, which I think that guy has won before. Ludwig Göransson.
It's been
He's definitely
nominated.
he's been nominated.
Yeah, he won. He won recently. What was
He
that
might have
for?
won for Black Panther.
Yes.
But if he hasn't won yet, which I think he has, he's got this in the bag. He's got it in the bag.
Oh, he won
Um,
for Oppenheimer.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, no, Sinners. It'll be hard, I think, to dethrone that for my number one. The rest of my list is very much up for grabs. So if someone wants
Yeah.
to make a great movie, please do. I'll go watch it and probably add it to this list.
I think my top three are locked in. I think Sinners, Warfare, and Companion are easily going to be top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I think anything outside of my top uh, Black Bag I really enjoyed, but it's not. I'm not locked. I don't feel good about that being my number two of the year. It's definitely going to get replaced. I hope.
Yeah.
So literally, Sinners is probably locked in at one, but then everything else up for grabs. A lot of movement coming. So we'll do this again
Yeah.
at the end of the year, which will be fun to compare. But overall, I think there's some gems out there. Good, like
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
slower start to the year as there usually is with award season, and starting to pick up some steam. Had some blockbusters, make some money, and it
Yeah.
looks like we got some potential award contenders coming out in the next couple months. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I think money-wise, theaters are doing okay right now. We do have an Avatar movie coming out,
Yes,
Avatar 3, and those movies make $2 billion, and you never bump into someone that has seen those movies.
it's
I
crazy.
saw Avatar 2. First off, IMAX 3D, those tickets are expensive. Um, I have yet to find someone that has seen Avatar 2.
I haven't seen
I
it.
I swear to God, like, I have yet to see that movie made $2 billion. I don't know anyone else that bought a ticket.
That's wild. That's a great point. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so interesting. But all right, yeah, we'll wrap up there. We'll go ahead. Let us know your favorite movies of the year, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
My headphones just died.
Yeah, no worry. I heard it echoing, so I was like, let's just wrap.